What's up, guys? Today we are going to be working on the rear bumper that we destroyed at Super D, and so that means fiberglass work. Now this bumper got absolutely clobbered at Super D. I smacked it on the wall and yeah, tore it in half, tore it off. It's there's the damage. I did a wall tap. That's cool. Kind of like a wall slap more, but so we taped it back together, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiberglass the back side of it. But first things first, I gotta kind of cut into it with the angle grinder and with the cutting wheel, and make some grooves so that our fiberglass can get in there and really stick. So I just went and hit it pretty quick. I'm gonna go over it a little more, but because this is a drift car, because this bumper is going to break again, I'm not doing a great job of fixing anything here. If you're looking for show car quality, this isn't it. I'm just trying to get multiple pieces back into one piece. I think there was like 4 chunks that we had to piece together here, and you know, there's still some pretty big missing ones. Like up front here, we're totally gonna have to remake this corner piece, and that's gonna be pretty difficult, but I think we'll be able to handle it. But like, we're just trying to get this thing back together. It doesn't need to be picture perfect, but like, I just want it to be back together, back on my car, and painted blue. So that's the goal of this video, and it's what we're working towards. Quick and simple. Alright guys, we've been working on the bumper for like 5-10 minutes now, and so I think it's about time to take a food break. Oh fuck. That's real hot. Oh. Alright. So I got 2 pretty big sheets cut out for it. These are just going to be to kind of piece it back together, and then we'll be able to take all the tape that's like holding it in place. We'll be able to take that off and have just one solid chunk of fiberglass, and we'll go from there. I'm cutting out some strips that I'm gonna lay. I should have done this first before I mixed up the resin, but I didn't because I'm dumb. And I'm just trying to recreate, this piece right here is a separate chunk, and it's not quite all the way on there. So I want to get it nice and secure so I can get the rest of the tape off. So I'm cutting out 3 strips, and we're gonna get this bumper pieced back together the rest of the way, and then we'll start working on filling any holes, gaps, corners, and whatnot.
That way,
I took 2 fucking
that way you
taillights
have
out, dude.
to you have to do
that.
this. You have to do this like for the entire bumper.
No thanks. There's a couple of dudes who went out there, like Danner. Man, Danner and Marcus, those dudes fucking shred. And
Hell yeah.
every time they go out, they fucking ruin their arrow. I'm just like, man, I want to be that cool, but also I don't want to do that much fiberglass work.
I mean, can you afford to go full tilt like a Peterbilt? That's the real question, bud.
No, sir, I cannot. I'm not made of money. Just kind of clobbering the last bits of resin around town.
And then you make some more and do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's
Precisely.
pretty good.
Yeah, the first layer we ran out of the cloth, so I had to go get more. You know, if you come over to this side, it's actually like piecing together a little bit better than I expected to. But that's what I was talking about. I brought a sheet up to the corner here and then put a sheet up on the top and then kind of recreated that corner edge. And slowly it's coming back together to be a bumper again. Alright, so I'm going to mix up some resin and then I'm going to basically fill all the holes that we've got up in here, and then we'll try to reinforce the back a little bit as well, and then we'll be able to fill in any of the gaps with the fiberglass Bondo stuff, and then we'll be able to finish it off with the proper Bondo. Ah! This is not good. You bitch. Okay, so while the bumper's drying, I'm gonna start hammering at the bash bar. This thing's been super wonky, lopsided, because when we hit the wall, it crunched the bash bar and set the impact throughout the side of it, and it tipped the passenger side up into the corner of the taillight over here, and that cracked it. But also this corner got chipped off from the wall itself. So I've got to get this bash bar straight so we can get the bumper back on there. So I've got the big fucking hammer, and we're going to hit it a couple of times, try to get this straightened out a little bit. I figure we should test that. Ah! Yeah. Okay. It's got to come down a little bit. Slowly. We're getting there. Alright, so as you guys can see, a little bit of persuasion, the bumper should fit pretty good, which is nice. So now I'm going to finish it fixing these little bits in the bumper, and then get her sanded down, painted, get it back on the Skyline. Alright guys, so now that we know the bumper fits on the Skyline, we can finish up the final bits of Bodywork. So I've got the last layer of the fiberglass Bondo stuff on there. Now this stuff is pretty interesting. It's this green goopy crap, and it's got a red hardener that's very similar to the standard Bondo hardener. It may very well be the same thing. But yeah, that's drying on there, and then we'll get it sanded down, and then we'll probably put a layer of actual Bondo on there after. I think I'm gonna lift up the back side of my car. We've been rubbing a little bit right here, as you can see. So I think I want to lift it up like a quarter or half an inch, just for function's sake. We have a drift event. We have Park Vest coming up next weekend, so I want to make sure the car is fully functional and looking good for that event. So I raised the car, more or less. It's like a quarter inch, just a little bit more, but doesn't seem to be hitting. We'll find out when we drive it, I guess. Bondo's finally dry though, so I'm gonna get to sanding this last layer down, and then we'll get it finished up, sanded, painted, and we'll chuck her back on the car. Guys, so the rear bumper is finally done. It's on the car now without any zip ties or any screws holding it on, and it's fitting very well. Looks good, looks good. With the two screws that hold on the top half of the bumper and the screws that hold on the side, it will fit just as well, if not better than it did before. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's time to chuck some primer on there and
hey guys, welcome
get some
back.
paint over it.
Today we're going to be painting a bumper. As you saw, we split it in half. He was like, hey, well, get over here, let me give you a little kiss. And you know, kissed a little too hard and broke a couple teeth off. But you know, we're fixing that, we're covering it up so you won't notice. Oh yeah, man, you're getting a nice
I got the sweat bullets.
Straight out of Top Gun.
You know what? Fresh sandpaper's pretty good though.
Yeah, nothing, no better feeling than fresh sandpaper.
What are those?
The sick, awesome. It's a sick speaker, dude. 18 M18 Pro Bluetooth. You can hear it right now. No copy, please YouTube. So we got these Johnnies. Some Canadians are really nice. They're just hanging out at Costco getting gas. You know, gave them a quick yank, and you know they gave us these taillights. Cheap on the low, man. Hard to find. So now we can replace these busted taillights.
The bumper's also fixed.
Yeah,
now,
the bumper's fixed. No,
which I don't think we've filmed yet.
Yeah, I did this. I popped it out. I pushed real hard on it, and it just came out. Got all this black cum. Some demon cum on it. Yeah, I don't think it's safe. It might give me cancer. My finger all is expected to fall off in a week.
That looks like it would fit a 240 hatch taillight on, and then if you cut this out, you could put the rear piece here, and somebody should do that because I'm not going to.
Yeah, it looks healthy, man. Oh yeah, that sounds fucking tasty. I don't like that, just that sound. Give it a kick.
Nice!
That's how you do it.
Taillights.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, fixed taillights, got taillights. They're gonna work too.
Hell yeah, dude.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, so we did the things.
Yep. Taillights are in now. I am excited.
All nutted up and stuff. Not broken, no more. Sweet.
Oh, that's good. Yep.
Well, there's a problem.